it happened. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
What a pay-per-view.
Woo! So, my name's Carter. His name is actually also Carter because being confusing is fun. And holy crap, it happened. Bro. After everything, Cody Rhodes won. We saw it coming. Rhea Ripley won. So I think I called pretty much every match here.
Everything was predictable.
Everything was really, really predictable.
But it was still good.
It was the right winners. I do think there were some mistakes that were made. But, man, it's funny. This is both the most surprising and not surprising Royal Rumble pay-per-view I've ever seen.
Yeah.
As pretty much everything I expected to happen didn't, but in a slightly different way than I thought it would happen.
Like Dwayne, for example.
Yeah, I really thought we were going to, at some point, I really thought we were going to see him. But I guess maybe WWE views that they just don't really need him. Which, I mean, I guess they don't now with Sammy being as over as he is.
Yeah.
But let's rewind a little bit. Let's start at the start of the Rumble. So we have the men's Rumble to start the pay. I don't think I've ever seen that, where the men's Rumble starts the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they don't do that ever.
However, I'm okay with that because I feel like with the way that was set up, it was probably the right thing. However, there's a few complaints I have. I want to know your thoughts too. Cody Rhodes should not have been number 30.
No.
So first off, this is just a general complaint about WWE. Stop announcing everyone beforehand.
It's so stupid.
Stop it. Because everyone knew Cody was going to win. Everyone's known it for months, for like the past 6 months, ever since he got injured at Hell in a Cell. And it was rumored that this time of year is when he's probably going to be back. Everyone knew he was going to win.
Yeah.
But it's funny because even though we knew he was going to be back, it's the fact that they don't say anything that makes it better.
Okay, so they had the audacity to announce him for one. And then two, the audacity to announce him and then have him come in at 30th, the easiest place to win. It doesn't... They made him look good.
I wanted
but entering
him to...
30 and making him win doesn't make him look
as good. It was good having Rollins be around and kind of having that dynamic with him. I feel like the way they handled Logan Paul was the way they should have handled Cody Rhodes. That was the right way to handle it.
Absolutely.
Where everyone knew he was coming back, but by the fact that nobody said it, that was what made it a little bit better, especially since Cody Rhodes would then win the damn thing. I think it would have been a better choice to just let that happen naturally. Because that's what they did with WrestleMania. Everyone knew Cody Rhodes was going to show up at WrestleMania, but they didn't say a thing. So then when it happened, it was this big thing. They could have had that with the Royal Rumble, but they didn't because they just couldn't keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
They just couldn't.
They aired the same promo video for it for a month and a half straight.
Exactly. And it's like, you really think they're going to make 10,000 promo videos just for him to go and lose when everyone thinks he's already going to win? And so the problem they had as well with the men's Rumble is that when it got down to the end, there was no question who was going to win. Because in a normal year, I'd say Gunther could win. But the fact that he's IC champion right now means that he can't. It was cool to have him go from start to finish. I do think that was very good for him. God, he looked exhausted. Johnny Gargano got the shit kicked out of him for about 40 minutes.
But he looked good while doing it.
He looked good while doing it, yes. He looked good while doing it, but the man really, he had a rough time.
He entered at 5th, and he lasted over half an hour.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Triple H made sure that shit happened. I actually was kind of hoping we'd get a Tommaso Ciampa to come in, but the second he got eliminated, I'm like, yeah,
there's a couple...
Because we need to rebrand Ciampa back to his NXT shit.
There's a couple, wish I would have gotten this person that could have still been an obvious but good surprise, and instead, I got... Santos Escobar.
Yeah, well, now, I guess one thing I actually forgot to mention, love to see that Pat McAfee's back. Love that. We needed that. We needed some McAfee in our lives, and we're glad that we got him back. I was happy to see Booker there. Not going to lie, did not get as big a response as he did when he came back in, I think it was like 2011 or 2010, something like that.
Yeah.
Just because you had Punk in the ring going, like, but they teased Barrett coming. They really did.
That's what pissed me off, okay? You can't post a video before the Rumble. They posted...
Stop doing it!
Drew McIntyre reading the number he got, and he didn't say it to the camera, but he's like, oh, this is bad news. And then the camera turns to Wade Barrett going like, you can't do that. And then like, not have them.
And this is kind of a thing. I really thought the Women's Rumble would fix this, and it kind of didn't. It's that they didn't have enough high-profile returns.
Exactly.
Now, because like I said, they had guys like Logan Paul, but those are guys that, like, they've been wrestling. They were out for injury reasons. I was talking, I was hoping we'd get a Hurricane Helms, or, I don't know, maybe Carlito comes back. Matt Cardona, I really thought, especially since we later see Chelsea Green. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But, yeah, overall, Men's Royal Rumble... It was mid.
A serviceable.
It was
Rumble.
mid. It's not by any means the worst Rumble. It was better than last year's. That's a pretty fucking low bar. But at the end of the day, at least we had the right winner, so it brings up the right setup for Mania.
Another thing I want to mention in this Men's Rumble is Brock Lesnar just coming in and go like he was not in for very long.
I'm okay with that because and also the fact that they didn't keep Lashley around too long afterwards because they realized that Lashley and Lesnar is what's going to happen. There's no doubt about that. That's continuing. That's going to be a match at WrestleMania for this next Mania. I think is WrestleMania. This is going to be 39, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 39 because then it's 40 the next year.
The only thing is though, like I don't want to say it makes Lesnar look bad because he didn't look bad, but he went in and out really fast because Bobby Lashley came in, got him out, and then Bobby got out.
That's true.
Getting Bobby out fairly quickly after Lesnar was good. Because it doesn't make it look like a total mismatch. But at the same time, I would have loved it if they got a couple more minutes even just to go at it more.
Well, Lesnar's not a guy who wrestles long matches anyway, so I can't say I'm too surprised.
What are you talking about? His match against Cain Velasquez was so long.
Shut up. But I hope Kofi Kingston's okay. Holy crap, that was scary.
They need to...
The thing is that Kofi he's kept setting that bar higher and higher for how he stays in the match. So they're at a point where it's now 2 straight years that this has happened. I'm okay, but you know what? I applaud that he's still willing to try, but I really hope he's okay because he looked like he smacked his head hard.
Yeah, so, I don't think both of his feet hit the ground, but
the spot did not go the way it was supposed to, so they said might as well. Not do that. I don't want to spend too much longer on the Rumble. That Rey Mysterio thing was a little bit of a waste, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the whole thing of Dominic coming out and ripping it up, but they should have done something with Rey, whether that was he comes out with a different mask, or he comes out and he's all beat the fuck up, or if they just do what they did with Becky Lynch, where somebody then replaces him. Because that was a 29-men Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes is the first ever winner of the 29-men Royal Rumble. Actually, I think that's actually happened before where not everyone has came in, but, I digress.
Well, there's been plenty before where not everyone has came out.
That's true. Yeah. But overall, solid Rumble. And so I think the next match on the card was the glow-in-the-dark, the Mountain Dew pitch black match. The Mountain Dew, they had to just smack their logo in the middle of the ring. It was okay.
Yeah.
So I kind of predict, because, this couldn't be pitch black because, it's on TV.
Obviously.
And people need to watch it.
The glow-in-the-dark was cool.
The glow-in-the-dark was kind of neat.
It looked great, but the match itself
the actual substance was...
Great.
So... The spot that they did with the announce table was neat, and you could see afterwards how they had to kind of quickly clean that up. I love the fact that Corey Graves never noticed his table full of Jell-O. He was just completely clueless about all that. I like the glow-in-the-dark kendo stick. I think they could have done a little bit more with it. I actually think that the spots they did after the match should have probably happened in the match.
Exactly.
But I'm okay that it did happen. I thought we would have actually gotten a reveal of Uncle Howdy, but... I guess they're waiting to reveal the identity of Uncle Howie.
Now, I don't know if you noticed this about Uncle Howdy jumping off that.
Yeah.
Because I rewatched it on Twitter before we started this.
Yes.
He was like a mile away from LA Knight. It even like it just
well,
did not look even close.
It's a camera trick.
Yeah, but camera trick standards, it was bad. Like it did not look like he hit him at all. It looked like, oh hey, let's go through this table together.
Well, you know, if we're talking about people who didn't exactly hit the mark, maybe Bo Dallas's first run, we're going to talk about in that regard. But honestly, I guess there's not too much to talk about this match.
It was cool seeing the Firefly Funhouse characters.
It was, and it was also interesting seeing them kind of incorporate a cinematic match in a live sense.
Yes.
And WWE, not gonna lie, they had a big challenge with this because they had to figure out a way, because Bray Wyatt's character thrived when there was no fans and they could do whatever they wanted with those cameras.
The match with John Cena is one of my favorite videos I've ever watched.
Which is one of the strangest wrestling match ever, any promotion ever. And so it was interesting to kind of see that happen. But the next match would be
Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss.
Like, it wasn't horrible, but it was just...
It wasn't good.
It was a match. It was something you'd expect to see on a standard episode of Raw.
The only good thing about it was the little afterward segment where they teased
with Bliss, yeah. And this was kind of the biggest issue. We were talking about it on the stream, and it's that going into this match, if there was going to be any question if Bliss could actually win, they needed to define her character.
Exactly.
Her character's undefined. She has the same problem that Raquel has right now, where it's like, you could absolutely give her the push if you figure that shit out. But they haven't. And, you know, there's ways of doing that. I mean, I'll put it this way. I didn't know that much about LA Knight, but when they put him with Bray Wyatt, holy shit, LA Knight's character development.
He blossomed real good.
Man, so much potential with LA Knight going forward. I'm excited to see where they go with that. I would love to see him maybe do a program with Austin Theory. I think that would be a really, really nice program.
Or The Miz.
Yeah, that would be excellent. Well, The Miz is just great in any program you put him in. But this is just a match where the match itself would have been fine if you built it better.
Yes.
And this
if
is
Alexa Bliss was already aligned with Bray Wyatt.
Or if she had her own character, something. Because she came into this match and she was in this weird state of limbo.
She's been transitioning for a month.
You can't have somebody win who doesn't know who their character is. And we saw this happen when Liv Morgan won earlier this year.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it wasn't the right choice to have Liv Morgan win the title. But she had that briefcase for a while, which meant that they could have done it at any time. So they should have figured that out, then had her win. And they kind of figured that out afterwards with Ronda Rousey and her being like that extreme Liv Morgan. But it was too little too late. They figured it out after she was champion. You can't really do that. You have to come in, define. When Roman went in on his God mode, when he started, it was clear that he was heel. He was God mode. He was going to get it done. And then when you look at when he won the championship, look how long that's lasted. And it's still going.
And
2 years.
Every single championship match defense he's done since the start has been great.
For the most part. There's a few that are a little more iffy than others.
And again,
it's gotten a lot better for sure, especially if you're talking about Clash of the Castle or if you're talking about SummerSlam. Those are some great...
Jewel was a banger.
Yeah, surprisingly, not gonna lie, because I didn't expect... I knew Logan was decent, but I didn't expect that to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, this match was subpar a little bit. Women's Rumble, this is where it would really start to pick up. Women's Rumble was a lot better than the Men's Rumble, I think for now the second straight year. And so, Michelle McCool, I wasn't sure if she'd be in it because she was ringside, but she was. Chelsea Green, oh boy, do I have a bone to pick with WWE. Why in the flying fuck would you bring Chelsea Green back just to do her dirty like that? Lacey Evans deserved that treatment. Seriously, Lacey Evans.
Swap their places.
And when I boo her, I boo her because she's boring. She's just boring. She just goes like this.
Yeah. And she's not that good.
Sergeant Slaughter had that is disrespectful to compare her to Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter deserves so much better. Sergeant Slaughter almost got killed at events because of his Iraqi sympathizer gimmick, which we're not going to get into that too much. No. But it was one of those things where there was real heat there. With her, it's just annoyance. It's just get her off TV. It's get her off TV heat, which is not the good heat. That's not the good heat that you want. And so I felt like, with that, it was a waste in that Chelsea Green, if you're going to have them come back, have them do at least something.
You don't want to have them come back and look bad,
yes.
and that's what they made her do.
Interesting how numbers one in both Royal Rumbles lasted to the very end. Glad to see Rhea Ripley win. Like I said, the right winners won. It was very predictable that Rhea Ripley was going to win, but they made the right choice having her win. But they really should have teased it a little bit more. And so I feel like it was interesting kind of having Natalya come back. I was pleased about that.
About time. We were actually talking about it before the Women's Rumble, about how she's kind of been mistreated.
Charlotte has 14 world titles and Natalya has 2. And Natalya, in my opinion, is twice the wrestler that Charlotte is. I'm sorry, it's true.
Charlotte's only thing is, hey, I'm related to Ric Flair.
Like, she's good, but 14 world titles good? No. And so Natalya, in my opinion, needs at least 2 more reigns. And I feel like there's a point in which they could at least give her 1 more proper reign.
Yep.
As really, the last time I remember them really pushing her good was when she was with the Divas. Which, I mean, that was a shit time for women's wrestling as a whole.
Yeah.
Minus AJ Lee and Natalya. But, it was kind of a rougher time. But overall, the Women's Rumble, it was okay.
I liked the NXT representation.
Yes! Roxanne! But, man, she should have lasted longer. She was good. Yeah. I like that we were able to see that. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think we'd see Chelsea Green simply because we didn't see Matt Cardona earlier. I thought we'd see them both. I think it pretty much confirms it at this point, though, that Matt Cardona is going to be coming in. Man, and I hope they rebuild Chelsea Green after that.
Yeah.
And I hope this kind of... I almost hope that she's going to have like an Austin Theory moment where like it's not going good and then it's just a 180.
Yeah.
And it turns it around because that's something that they need. And so I'd be curious to see how that goes. And overall, I think there's a lot they can do. They just need to handle it better than they handled Chelsea Green today.
I also, there's a couple I'm going to bang off quickly.
Yep.
Because I know we don't want to sit on this for too long. Happy to see BFAB wrestling. I'm a big Hit Row fan, so it's about time.
Still not the same without Swerve, but yeah.
No. Damage Control was in there for way too long, in my opinion.
I was okay with the length. I would just thought that when Bayley eliminated Becky, that's where they should have left it.
Yeah.
They should have had Bayley stay in there longer. One more thing we got to go on about the Women's Rumble, though. Nia Jax. Interesting choice. So I'm okay with Nia Jax showing up. I hope this is a one. I don't want Nia Jax to stick around. I'm not going to lie. Nia Jax is an unsafe worker. She is the Ryback of women. And that's not a good thing because Ryback wasn't very good. And so it was neat having her come in and do that little spot with it. But I hope they kind of... And also she was a locker room cancer.
Apparently.
Yes. No, it was bad. It was really bad.
I wasn't around for that.
You know, you're a bit more new to this, but yeah, but she was, and I'm glad to see that Dewdrop is no longer Dewdrop and she's Piper Niven. Like, I'm not saying she's great, but it's
better.
We're in the right direction.
And seeing Michelle McCool whisked away from her children. Again, this is something we were talking about.
I wasn't sure if she'd abandoned her children, but she abandoned them in 2 seconds.
Love that they had her come in from the crowd. Front row from the crowd. I think it's great.
On your phone as you say
because I'm going through it. I'm going through it. Zelina Vega was good. It's about time she showed up and did something. Yep. Sonya Deville was useless, by the way.
Glad we got Shotzi back with the tank. I joked about how they wouldn't have her drive it all the way down because then that one dude would have to get in the drive like 90 seconds back, and then the next guy's already entering. But overall, Women's Rumble was good. But we have to spend I want to get onto this now because this video is already going long. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens.
Cinema.
Holy my bro, the storytelling. It was so intense, having Sammy hesitate, having this, having that. That match, everyone, nobody could focus on the match.
I couldn't
Nobody could focus on it. And you could tell that was the plan from the start. Because the second they haven't even started wrestling, and Sami Zayn has already gotten most chance, and he's done nothing.
Yeah.
He's done nothing. And so that really shows how over Sami is right now. I heard a rumor that WWE is not sure if they really think they can put the titles on Sami.
BS.
Fucking wrong. Fucking wrong. You absolutely can. Look how over he is. Look at Daniel Bryan in 2014. It's the same shit. Do something with it. And it was really interesting. I didn't even notice this, I think, till you mentioned it afterwards, about how that camera shot we get of Sami Zayn hitting Roman Reigns is the same way Roman gets hit
shot.
by Seth Rollins when the Shield breaks up. Oh,
like flashbacks. Obviously, it's not as shocking as the Shield.
We're not going to see any more of this, though. No more of this.
Okay, on that topic, though, this is going to signal the start of the split. The rumors have been going around for weeks and weeks.
I don't know what they do with the tag titles.
That the tag titles are going to split. There's that tournament coming up. Like, there's a tournament going on right now on SmackDown for the SmackDown titles.
But because Jimmy and Jay are like so on different pages right now, this is going to be so weird how they try to work this out.
Maybe Jimmy eventually comes around, but I think the Bloodline is going to be
But you also have to realize, they're the longest reigning tag champs in WWE history right now.
Yeah.
So you can't just have them throw them away. There needs to be some sort of way that they're able to kind of rekindle that and lose them properly.
On that topic, Elimination Chamber in Montreal.
Yeah.
Jay obviously likes Sami enough that he's gonna there's still something between them. I think at Elimination Chamber, I don't know exactly how it's gonna go down, but it's gonna go down there where he's gonna align himself with Sami, say, "Okay, I can't do this anymore."
I think the tag titles are gonna be gone shortly. I think by the next pay-per-view they'll be gone. And I think at that point they're gonna do that so that way, because they need the titles off Jay so Jay can fully go with Sami, and then I think at that point that's when Jimmy actually takes a leave of absence.
That's the other thing I was thinking.
Because they have enough with Roman, with Solo, to continue till Mania.
Roman, Solo, and Paul are fine as a trio.
Yep. No, they don't.
Solo,
Jimmy can take his leave of absence now, and then I think that they'll look into maybe
Solo doesn't need anyone.
And Solo will eventually go solo. And so it'll be interesting to see how they do that. I really thought The Rock was going to come in at some point. They didn't.
Yeah.
But
the electricity, the marketing team was so good for doing that because they blue-balled everyone.
They teased it so hard that The Rock was going to show. But you know what the thing is? It's also possible that was the plan. But that's the thing. With The Rock's schedule, it's so shaky.
Exactly.
So
You can't promise anything, which is exactly why I don't think we're going to see him at Mania.
Bro, we got swerved harder than Keith Lee. No, but honestly, all in all, Royal Rumble was pretty damn good.
It was a good pay-per-view. It was a lot better than last year.
Good God, it was almost 5 hours, so holy crap.
Last year, so this is 1 year of me watching WWE. Last year, after the pay-per-view, after Royal Rumble, I told him, I'm like, I don't think I could sit through 4 hours of wrestling, man. Like, it's not bad, but it drags on. Today, I didn't want it to end.
Yeah, it was, yeah, wow.
It was good.
There's not much
Ever
to say
since
about that.
Triple H has taken over, it's been
gotten a lot
getting better.
It's not perfect,
but it's getting there.
I just hope that Vince keeps his dirty little hands off it.
Yes,
you know
please.
Please, Vince, stay away. Don't sell WWE to the Saudis. And, so overall, this was quite the pay-per-view. Let me know what you guys thought of the pay-per-view down in the comments below. Make sure you guys leave a like if you guys haven't already. And follow Carter Richard Designs on Instagram. Link to that will be in the description below.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that we'll be able to hopefully stream Elimination Chamber. We'll see if the schedules align.
Yeah.
And, well, actually, I'll have to see if I'm out of town because I'm going to be in New York for a bit.
Oh,
We'll figure something out. But I mean, the next time we're able to stream, we'll stream. We'll make sure we put out a community post about it, and you guys will see that. So, yeah, it was a great time.
It was a banger.
And a banger.
And a banger.
And a banger. It's a great time.
You take me to him. Take me to the son of a bitch. Take me to him. Come on. Go, 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 go.